sorry about that, guys. Listen, I'm out here and it's like I feel like I shrunk. So I have all of the pillows from all 3 chairs. I'm sitting on them because I'm trying to make myself taller, because my head was like in the middle of the screen and I look scrunched down. So welcome to another Sample Sundays with T. I am T. I am your hostess for this afternoon. So guys, listen, I just had a wonderful time. I went live on Facebook today, so I'm going to insert that video in here about today's wine. It is our last Sunday of Black History Month. Now, we all know that we celebrate Black History all throughout the year. Every single day we recognize our Black excellence and we celebrate that. We are bringing out as much as we can of our culture and learning and becoming influencers in all different areas. And I'm so appreciative of you guys taking the time with me this afternoon and previous episodes to see what I had to talk about our community. So today is about all things blue. We got some blue bracelets. We got some blue earrings. We got a blue shirt with some blue letters. Yes, they are blue. They are baby blue. And what else do we have? Dun, 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 dun. We have a blue wine. So listen. Yes, it says to T. Lee. Cheers. It is, I hope I do not screw up the name, Amour Genéve. Nope, that's not right. Geneva. I think it's Amour Genéve. It's a Chardonnay. It is Black owned, and the maker is Coviello Salinas. I hope I did not mispronounce his name. If I did, please forgive me for any mispronunciations that I may have done recently. But I wanted to come on and just show you guys the wine. I'm going to insert the video to let you guys see what my cousin and I, great friend, what we thought about the wine. I wanted to come on, just give like a little preview of the wine. It is naturally blue, and let's see if I can give you just a little bit of information. Let's see here. The world's first naturally blue wine. It is a Chardonnay. Can't remember if I said that or not. It is 11.5% ABV. And while we were smelling the wine, and listen, y'all, I was so excited because girls and boys, look who has a swirl. Check it out, y'all. So while we were smelling the wine and tasting it, you know, on the nose, we both got, excuse me, we both got some citrus, we got some floral, and she got pineapple, and I got like a mango. So we got the tropical fruits in there. The taste is absolutely heavenly. It is very smooth. It has a nice finish. I love the acidity. And when you order it, it actually comes with an information card, and the information card tells you just how he came up with the process to create this beautifully blue wine. And I think the thing to me, as I was saying earlier on Facebook, the thing to me that makes this wine even more special is that he created it in honor of his father. So his father was in the military, and whenever he would go on his tours, he would always come back and find things that were blue. He loved the color blue. So whether that was gemstones or rocks or anything that he could find blue, trinkets or whatever, he would bring them back because he loved the color blue. And for him to create this blue wine in honor of his father, I thought that was absolutely just, it just took my breath away. And it just makes you realize that when we're children, sometimes we look at things and we don't take them, you know, in deeply. But then when we're older, we start to remember things and reflect on things that our parents may have said or things that they did that, you know, rung true to us and made things special. And so for that memory, for him you know, to be able to create something beautiful out of a wonderful memory is even more special. But here's his wine, and I'm actually going to have a Genesis cigar with that today. It's a nice bold cigar, and it goes really well. I believe it's going to pair well with the smoothness of this Chardonnay. And for those of you who are like me, okay, check this out. Listen, I don't know if you guys have heard me say before, but I'm not a huge Chard girl. And that's because most of the Chardonnays that I've had are very oaky. And I'm not into, when I want a Chardonnay or when I want a white wine, I don't want all the oak. Now with my red wines, I'm cool with the oak because I want them to be heavier and bold and have that force behind them. But when it comes to my my white wines, I want them to be a little more smooth. This one, I love it. No oak. It's very light. It has a really nice finish. It is very balanced. And it, let me see. Let me get a sip. That's good. It's really good. I love, and that acidity that's there, it is delicious. Um, it, you can tell it has a fruity undertone, but it doesn't have the sweet fruity undertone, which is perfect for me. It is from Spain, so it's a Spanish wine. And look at the cork. I love the cork. How beautiful is that? So because the wine is blue, I just had to come on with all shades of blue today. I like it. But I'm going to let you guys take a peek at what Courtney, who is from Wine Beer Foodies, go and follow her on Instagram. Let's see what Courtney and I had to say about this wonderfully blue wine. All right, I'm trying to get my camera right because you guys have to see. I need a pillow so I can sit up taller because you guys have to see the blue. I have on blue today because this episode is all about blue. Blue jewelry. I wish I had some blue lipstick. Blue clothes. I'm gonna have a special guest join me shortly, and we're gonna talk about that together. So while I wait for her to join, I'm not sure. Let's see. Try sharing your broadcast to friends. I don't want to share it to friends because it is going to share on its own. I'm waiting for my special guest to join, but while I wait for her, I'm going to get a pillow so I can prop myself up because I feel like I'm about this tall right now. Y'all, listen. I already have like 3 pillows here already. I needed another pillow because I'm so short. It's so crazy. Hey, Court. Okay, let's see. How do I add you?
Now I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you.
Damn. Oh, yo.
Now I can. Yeah, now I can.
Okay, perfect. Hi, Courtney.
Hey, girl.
Girl.
I'm so excited to do this today.
What is
Those
that?
ear. Oh,
It's all
I
about
love
the blue. So listen, guys, I'm so excited to have my good friend Courtney join it. And check this out, right? So some years ago, I found out that we are actually cousins way down the line somehow on my dad's side, which is even cooler. So today we have a special wine to share with you guys. You ready to show it to them? Okay.
yes.
We have the world's first naturally blue wine, and it is Black owned.
and it is
Mm-hmm.
produced by a Black guy. He actually went to Hampton University. I found that
Yep.
out. I think
It's why I think it's fitting for me to use my HU.
nice. I think I may mispronounce his name, and I'm probably going to mispronounce the title of it, but I think his name is Coviello Salinas. Okay.
I think so.
Okay. So check this out, guys. We got this wine. Very excited to try it together. I'm excited to have her on. She's representing her brand, Wine Beer Foodies, and I'm representing my brand, Wine That Asks. This is so cool. This is the perfect way for me to end Black History Month. However, we will continue to celebrate our Black history every single day of the year. We welcome you guys. What'd you say, Chloe?
I said it's not long enough.
That's right. So we welcome you guys to our episode today. If you have any questions, hopefully we can answer them. Pop them in the chat. And let's get started. So I want to first thank you guys for spending this time with me. I have been drinking all day. So I started out with a champagne brunch. So now we're going into the blue wine, and then this evening I have my Black Girls Wine meeting, but I'm not opening a new bottle. I'm gonna have this tonight. So Courtney, you want to introduce yourself and tell everyone about yourself?
Yes. So for those of you who do not know me, I'm Courtney Laws. I am, as you see, Wine Beer Foodie. So I'm the what I would call the wife side of Wine Beer Foodies. It is I would call it a brand, but it's really more so a hobby with my husband, Chip Laws. So for those of you who know Chip, and it really started as a way for us to have our own type of couples therapy, right? So when we get mad at each other or we're not talking, things like that, we always can laugh over a glass of wine or beer or eat some food. And so that is really our couples therapy. So if you follow us or if you don't, definitely check out Wine Beer Foodies. So we're originally from the Hampton, Newport News, Virginia area. And we go way back, Tanya. We go way back. But, you know, I'm just really excited to join you. I've been watching you, and, you know, our passion for wine and for beer and for cigars and things like that just made perfect sense to end Black History Month like this, especially with a fellow alum. So
that's right. And look, girl, why I got about to cry. Hold on, let me get my life together. I'm getting a little sensitive, a little touchy right now. This is just so
tears affect wine. Tears affect the way that wine.
Uh-oh. So I'm just excited, and I'm ready to get into this wine. I did pull up some of the information about it. It came with it was so nice because when we ordered the wine, on the intake form, it asks you your personal, if you want it personalized. And I was like, sure, I guess. And so I was like, why does he want my information? So I just put T. Lee because I had no idea what this whole personalization thing was about. So on the bottle, he wrote to T. Lee, and at the bottom, he wrote cheers. So I thought that was a really special touch. And I really like the personality in it, and I've watched a couple of videos that he's done as far as interviews on Instagram, and he's such a warm spirit, and he brings like a fresh outlook on wine, and I'm loving the fact that there are more of us entering into this whole arena. So that's pretty cool. But like I said, it came with this little card that told you the whole process of how he made it blue. And I think the thing that stood out to me the most was how he talked about this is something that he did in honor of his father who passed away.
Yeah. And
he was saying that, you know, his father collected a lot of different blue things while he was in the military, and everywhere he went, he brought back blue gemstones, shells, rocks, anything that you could think of. And so he made that into the passion of him being able to create this wine. And of course, I'm not gonna get into all the pH and all of the details of it, but it is a naturally blue wine. And if you go to his website, it is AmourGeneve.com. you can find out all the details of how Coviello came up with this blue wine. And I tried to listen to a couple of videos to get the pronunciation right. And I think that is Amour Genéve.
Yes, that's what I
it's
think.
like the
Or
Genevieve, the love of Geneva, right? Is that what you said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And so I thought that was so special. And that's one reason, one of the things that is pushing me into the whole wine industry more. Number one, because it's a passion of mine. I love wine. And to me, it's something that I can leave as a legacy for my family. Right. Because wine, alcohol ain't going nowhere. It's just
it's not going anywhere. It's been here since Jesus.
Right. Alcohol, cigarettes, cigars, and makeup. Ain't none of that going nowhere. Right. So why not tap into the industry? Right. You know? So let's see. I'm getting ready to pour mine. You ready to pour?
I already uncapped because I wasn't sure if you were going to do that yet. So
I'm pouring. Ooh, look how
okay. But I'm going to use my clear glass so that everyone can see it.
It is gorgeous. Guys, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's so pretty.
Mm. Ooh, and it smells
delicious. So I got some citrus on that first. I got a swirl. Hold up. I got a swirl. Oh, shoot. Look. Look, we both, that smells good.
You know what I smell?
What you get?
Pineapple.
And you get pineapple.
I get pineapple.
I get some mango. I get like a tropical, something tropical like mango.
Mm-hmm. But it is pretty.
It's
though.
Gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
That is really pretty. Listen, anybody out there that's watching us, can y'all take a screenshot of us and send me the picture?
Oh, let me move this.
Okay. I can't look. I don't know who watches, so I'm just gonna sit here for about 5 seconds and hopefully somebody get our picture.
And now that I don't need to read this card anymore, I'm gonna take my glasses.
Look, I pretended somebody just took our picture. Hopefully somebody got it. Oh my God,
I think that's
nice. Mm-hmm. You ready to taste it?
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
That's good.
It's smooth.
And you said you don't really like Chardonnay, right?
I like this though.
Yeah.
And last night we made cocktails, and one of them was with a Chardonnay. And I'm not a box wine girl at all, but that one was decent. This is good though. It's kind of floral.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely get like citrus, some type of like tangerine or like a.
Did you see how much ABV?
Oh, girl, listen. Okay. 11.5% ABV.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what else it has up here. I like that it has up here with natural pigment extraction. That was good for people to know. Let's see, is anything? I can't see these small words up here. Okay, I can see this part. Okay, so, oh, that floral, it says the aromatic qualities of elderflower and lily presents a refreshing. I hadn't even seen that, and I like elderflower. Elderflower is a really good balance to use in a lot of stuff.
And it has a lot of vitamin C and zinc, so you get your nutrient value.
Girl, so listen, we have now drink and getting healthy. And I was healthy last night because we used elderflower in one of the drinks. That's good.
So when I purchased the bottle, and I think we might have saw it on the same day. I don't know. But when I first saw it, I'm thinking, okay, they've added some food coloring.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And then to actually learn the process that they went through to get, it was almost like a rainbow. I don't know if you
I
have your
don't have
card,
mine.
but
Can you share yours?
yeah. So they show, you know, basically how they do the pH balance. And that was really interesting because you're getting a little education
Yeah.
with this too.
I like how in the video I watched, I think it was with Live Love Wine. I think that's the one. But he was talking about how he kept stripping it and just the process of just like, I'm not putting anything in extra, but I'm gonna keep extracting until I get to that perfect blue that my dad would love. And I'm telling you, he's honoring his dad in a great way with this. And right. And I'm telling you, and it's like, for those of you who are wondering what it is a Chardonnay 2019. And so the wine is fairly new, but it tastes like it's been bottled for a while. I love that it does not have any oak in it, because I'm not an oak girl with Chardonnay. And I think that's what it is with the Chardonnays. They're too oaky for me. And with my reds, because I like them strong, I want my whites a little softer. So I don't want that oak taste.
Blue earrings.
Oh, and look,
this is good. I literally could drink this whole bottle.
Yeah. And I did
not, I mean, like over a course of day. I mean, like in one sitting.
Yeah, and and because it's a Chardonnay, I'm fixing seafood tonight. So I was like, okay, it will pair very well with seafood. So we're having yellow snapper with some shrimp, and I'm doing some red potatoes and asparagus. Something light, but I thought that would pair very well with the wine, so we can have the wine. And look at the cork, guys. Look at that cork. Isn't it beautiful?
Yeah, it is. I'm having seafood pasta.
Ooh.
Has scallops and shrimp and crab, lump crab, and I can't wait.
I know, right? So I was telling you, I was like, I'm prepping dinner, I'm drinking water, and prepping dinner and drinking water, trying to get my life together.
Right, because you only started drinking for. Listen, mimosas are life, but when you start drinking them early.
And let me tell you, so they at the event that it was a virtual event, obviously, and some of them made mimosas with orange juice, and one lady said she was using pomegranate. Well, I decided I don't want either, because I don't really like a lot of juice in mine. So I always have Grand Marnier that has strawberries, basil, and mint marinating in it. I just keep it. So I put a little bit of that in that Prosecco and honey. Before I knew it, I'm like,
I'm gonna try that, Tanya. That sounds good, because I like Grand Marnier, and I also like the I won't call it the knockoff brand, but Grand Gala.
Oh, I haven't tried that.
Oh yeah, Grand Gala is, to me, it's a little bit sweeter than Grand Marnier, and not bite, like you don't get that bite here. But when I make mimosas, I usually do either orange juice or grapefruit juice, and then I a bit of either Grand Marnier or Grand Gala. So, but yeah, I saw your post earlier, and I was like, she might not make it till 5.
I was determined. I was like, I have to do this. We've been talking about doing this, and so let me get myself together. Where the water at? Where the water? And that French toast, it lined my stomach and coated up very well. So, and it was pretty cool though, because we used the champagne, and that was I did not have the B. Stuyvesant champagne, which is a black-owned champagne, because I drank mine last week. We had a tasting with her, and so I had already drank mine. So she sent out the ingredient list. She said, well, these are other champagnes or sparkling wines that I would recommend. So La Marca was one of the ones that she recommended. Oh my God, it was so good. I had never had La Marca. So
yeah, that is one of.
It was good. I'm gonna get it again.
And it's okay not to have it alone, like without any juice or anything. But you do have to watch it, because it will have you on your, It, oh God. Oh God.
And it was so. And what she did instead of, and we had like a little catchphrase. So anytime somebody said 1 second, you had to take a sip. So we did a stuffed French toast. And so it was with cream cheese, and we put the champagne in the cream cheese and the confectioner sugar and Madagascar vanilla and all of that. And then it was also in the batter for the French toast. So we had the champagne in the batter, the champagne in the French toast stuffing. Then when we did our syrup, we used maple syrup, butter, and the Prosecco was in that as well.
Oh, you're gonna have to share that recipe with.
Yep.
I'm gonna watch the video on your YouTube channel at Wine That Ash, and then that's what I need you to send. I need that recipe. I think that's Sunday. That's next Sunday's brunch.
So I'm gonna send it to you because we did it on her Zoom link. And so she recorded it, and she's supposed to send it to us. So if I get that before next Sunday, I'll make sure to send you the link. Okay. But if not, I'm going to send you the recipe in lieu of the link. That way you can have that. And then I had chicken apple sausage on the side. It was like perfect. And I didn't look, I ain't tell Omar what was in it because he's like, I don't like French toast. No, he said he doesn't like cream cheese. He loves French toast, but he doesn't like cream cheese. So I took my basting brush and just put like a schmear. And sliced, we had sliced bananas and strawberries on top of the cream cheese. And then, we put the last piece of French toast on top, and then we topped it with more bananas and strawberries, and it was phenomenal. So
sounds good.
That, and then this.
My better really do well with cheese. With dairy. I'm telling this business all to.
But you could do this without the stuffing, though.
Yeah, but you know what? I cut it a little bit so that it's not so heavy. Just, so that it's not heavy. But because I love cream cheese, I love anything with cream cheese. Red velvet cake. Oh, okay. I love it.
I like it. I like red velvet. What'd you say?
Because what you made was, I'm sure, kind of sweet. How did that pair well with the Prosecco?
It balanced it out. It gave a really good balance because, like I said, I didn't add the orange juice or anything to my drink. So, the Prosecco is kind of dry by itself. And just a splash of that Grand Marnier mix, you added just the right amount of sweetness. But the cream cheese filling, I didn't add all of the confectioner sugar. I added half the amount of the confectioner sugar because I was like, these bananas are going to make it sweet. That maple syrup mix is going to make it sweet. And I just didn't want to, go into a diabetic coma over here. So I just added just enough sugar to balance it out to,
balance it out. Okay. But you know what? This would really be good with a like a cognac cigar.
Ooh, that would be good. So what I did, I bought a cigar out here. It's one that I started last week and I didn't finish it because it started raining and I went in the house because I got cold. But this is the Genesis, and this is the cigar.
And it has a blue label.
And it's a very bold cigar. And so I think that so I'm gonna have some more wine. I'm gonna have the cigar.
You get you some water.
Yeah, I definitely need some water because look, we have our meeting at 6:30. I'm gonna put just enough in my glass to have a little sip or two with the ladies, and then I'm gonna make sure that I have enough for the mister to have some with me.
Okay.
Next time, now we have.
You said you're meeting with
Black Girls.
The Black Girls.
Yeah.
And do you like that organization?
I really do, and we actually have some virtual events. Every Sunday we meet virtually at 6:30. Our chapter, and I'm in the Richmond 2 chapter. There's 2 chapters in Richmond, but there are so many people, it was split into 2 chapters. And so we meet every Sunday at 6:30 virtually. And then we have a few events coming up where we're actually going to go to, I think we're going to meet at Mona's in Richmond. And we're going to do cigar pairing with the wine. So I'm excited about that.
You have to tell me. You have to keep posted because I have looked into Black girls wine because my thing, I agree with you. You started off our conversation with the fact that so many of us, you know, haven't really gotten into wine, or if we have, we don't really share that.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think it's important for us as a people, as a Black, you know, Black people, to not only support Black owned businesses, Black owned wines, beers, you know, etc., but also just learn about the process.
Exactly.
And, you know, and sometimes I think a lot of times we just don't get into things because we don't know, right? So, yeah, I will definitely meet you all.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be cool.
I love Mona's. In fact, we did a birthday party there for one of our best friends when he turned 50.
Okay.
And we were at Mona's, and his hashtag was Tap That Ass.
Oh, I like that. Yeah. Yeah, that would be cool. We got to do that. Something since we've been sitting here, I was thinking of, you know, would be cool if we could find, like, you know, we're focusing on the Black-owned wines. I don't know if there are any Black-owned beers.
Breweries.
So it would be cool if we could, like, you know, get together and sample some Black-owned beer as well.
I'll for you.
Okay.
We can definitely do that, and maybe bring our husbands in,
because he would definitely do the beer. You already, I don't know if you saw the Valentine's Day with him and the wine child. That was something special, honey.
Yeah, Chip prefers beer,
and so
alternate as a part of our, you know, our wine beer foodie. We'll do a winery, or we'll do a brewery, or we'll throw in a distillery, right? Because we both like liquor. Let's just keep it real. But I do like beer now. I guess maybe in the past year or so, I've gotten more into beer. I'm more of a stout, like a dark beer. I like flavor beers, just like I like my cigars. I like flavors. So, but yeah. But look, I'm gonna here because my seafood pasta has been delivered by my.
Well, I just want to thank you again for joining me. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for spending time with us while we tried this. You pronounce it because I'm about to mess it up.
Look, now I had 3 sips of this. I don't know if
Amour Genéve. Genevieve. Cheers, Courtney.
Cheers. Thank you.
Guys. Love you. Talk to you later.
So I hope you guys enjoyed watching Courtney and I talk about this wine and all things wine, beer, food, anything that we discussed. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Listen, I don't know if I told you, but this is a Black-owned cigar. Genesis is the name of the cigar, and it is Exquisite Reserve. Exquisite Reserve. Genesis is the cigar. It does taste very nice with this wine. Looked like I had a mullet trying to come in the back of my head just now. But anyway, this goes very nicely together. I hope you guys had a great week. I hope you enjoyed the weekend. It was supposed to rain a lot here in Hampton, but I'm sorry that I keep adjusting myself, but I feel like I'm so short. Maybe if I sit back, that'll, you know, make things look a little better. But it was supposed to rain, but we had a few sprinkles here and there, but it's been a decent weekend, and I am grateful for that. This wine, let me read a little bit to you before I let you go. It says, oh, you know what? I said it on the previous video, but I'll say it again. It is a Spanish wine, and it says that it was created in honor of his father and his love for the color blue. The aromatic qualities of elderflower and lily presents a refreshing, light body with the complexity of white peach, honeydew, and citrus fruits. And once again, it's a beautifully bottled wine. I'll hold that up for you guys to see. And I'm enjoying it. It's really nice out here. It's what, 55 degrees. This temperature is perfect for me. So I'm gonna sit out here, enjoy the rest of my cigar, I'm going to try not to drink too much of the wine because I fixed seafood today for dinner. And on the website, it tells you, let me get back and give you a little information of what they say, or what they recommend to have the wine with. Let's see. I think, okay, yes, it says aromatics, fruit forward with a mild citrus nose, allows a joyful and pleasant experience before tasting. Palate, delightful, light body with a crisp and refreshing balance. Notes of white peach, grapefruit, citrus, fruit, and subtle minerality, transitioning into a smooth finish. And I told you guys, it is a very smooth finish, and I really like the acidity that it offers. And it says that it pairs well with seafood, lean chicken, gourmet meats, and cheese, light salads. And it is a Chardonnay Spanish wine. And I am having for dinner some yellow snapper, shrimp, and on the side, I'm going to do some roasted red potatoes and some asparagus, completed with this wine. And I think that is going to be the perfect pairing. So I am so sad to see this month end. However, we will continue to promote and produce and support our culture all year round, because that's what we have to do. And especially those who have businesses who are just coming up, you know, as possible. I want to once again thank you guys for joining me today. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and remember to hit that notification button so that you don't miss any videos that are going to be downloaded. Remember to wash your hands, wear your mask. Even though everything is like starting to open back up, still wear your mask. Stay away from the crazies, because they're going to forever be out there. And always remember to wine that ash. I will talk to you guys next week. And next Friday, this coming Friday, remember, those of you who join me for our cocktail hour, this Friday we're going to be making cocktails together. One moment. We're going to be using Wifey Sweet Cuvée, and we're going to make a cocktail using the Wifey Sweet Cuvée. So if you have an opportunity, make sure you go and get your bottle, order your bottle so that you can have it before Friday. I will see you guys on Friday at 7:00 p.m. If I change the time to 6, I'll let you know. But as of now, it's going to be 7 p.m. We'll be back here making cocktails together. And then comes March, Women's History Month. So March will be about all things women. Cannot wait to share things that I learned, products. It's going to be everything. So the wines may not be all women owned. However, I will share all different types of products that are women owned brands, so that we can support the women that are working hard out here today. I will talk to you guys soon. Love you guys. Stay safe, and remember to always wine that ash.